What's up, you guys? Today we're reacting to Addressing the Backlash by Ned Fulmer, which is a video in which he talks about his most recent podcast episode with his wife, Ariel Fulmer, in which he did not take accountability for anything. So we are going to look at this video.
If you need a better description of who Ned Fulmer is, Tahlia is Cool has a really long, really good video on Ned and a follow-up as well. It was really great. Sometimes her camera dies. After he cheated on her, he decided to stop making content for a second and then figured that his best way to come back was to start a podcast. And his very first episode was a podcast episode with his wife, the one that he was cheating on. For now, we're just going to go over his explanation video on the backlash from the podcast where he decides to say, no, you just don't get it. You don't get it. Maybe you watch 15 seconds of a TikTok. You just don't get it. Every time I said, not my fault. Really, actually, kind of your fault that I cheated on you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lee. Since Max didn't give me that intro, I'm here because I am chronically online. And so I'm here to give Max the background information on the Try Guys and so forth.
I'm Max. This is Lee. By contract, she's being forced to be here.
Not by contract. I've been watching the Try Guys since they were back on BuzzFeed.
She and Ned are best friends.
We're not. What the hey?
Hello. I've heard a lot of the commentary and reactions to my podcast episode with Ariel, and I wanted to take this video to address some of them.
There is no way he put that video up and thought it was a good idea. There is no way he didn't release a podcast episode with the wife he cheated on and not think to himself immediately that people are going to react badly to it.
I'm even just surprised that Ariel even agreed to do the podcast to begin with. Do you think she was paid for it? Why would you agree to do a podcast with somebody who you're actively going through a divorce with?
Okay, a year from now, you cheat on me. You refuse to move out. Your choice.
This is my house.
We do a podcast episode together. What is the episode called?
We wouldn't be doing a podcast episode together because I wouldn't agree to it.
Across the border.
What the fuck?
That episode with Ariel was...
Wait, so you cheat on me and you don't want to do my podcast?
No.
That's
I wouldn't
nuts,
want
dude.
to.
You owe me one favor after that.
mostly about
She gets
her
the
story.
kids. He agrees to do the podcast.
We'd be the opposite. You have to take the kids. I'll do the podcast.
That episode with Ariel was mostly about her story, and now in this video, I'll tell a little bit more of mine.
Again, we haven't watched it. I meant to. It's just long. You're telling me you made the woman come on your podcast, first episode, only one you know is going to do well, to tell her story about how you cheated on her and she enjoyed that?
I guess if she wanted to share her aspect of the story, like, she doesn't have a platform. Keep that in mind, right?
There's a lot that we wanted to keep private, but some things I'll touch on today. I know that it was a very painful and uncomfortable conversation to watch. I know for some of you, it reopened things. For us, it felt like a necessary step to be able to move forward. We knew we would always get these sort of questions in any
So then why involve a
context
camera?
online.
Even if you want to have this conversation and you need to, like, hash it out, whatever, right? Do it with a fucking therapist.
Not on camera.
Not on camera, record it, and then upload it for your podcast entitled Rock Bottom.
Part of his explanation is that he knows that regardless of whether they do it on camera or not, they're going to get questions from the internet. But also, you cheated on her. I'm going to be so real. Deal with it. Deal with whatever internet consequences come your way. If she wants it in public, cool, fine, whatever. If she doesn't, she doesn't.
I don't think it necessarily needs to be, like, said, right? When we hear about celebrities and stuff like that too, like, if one cheats on the other, it's not like someone is going out and, like, writing a 5-page document or doing, like, a TED Talk about how they got cheated on and everything else, right? I think it is because of the nature of the internet and the parasocial aspect above it, where people are, like, so trying to question, like, get information out of people. Honestly, if you just said that he cheated and then moved on, did whatever, right? He's no longer an issue. But I think because of the aspect of the internet itself, everybody is just trying to find out information.
Who was the guy that cheated on Sabrina Carpenter?
Barry, you know,
If he did a podcast episode or was like, all right, my side of the story, I don't think most people would care.
no.
So like if he had this conversation on his own, I don't think anyone would care. He needed her a lot more than she needs him. And it's
Yeah.
weird.
The only way to move forward was just to face it head on. As has been reported in interviews, launching the podcast with a conversation with Ariel was Ariel's idea. She's a stakeholder in the Rock Bottom podcast and this new channel, and she wants it to be successful. So that was part of the reason why.
That's actually kind of like smart business wise.
Yeah.
She knows that it's gonna,
She knows
Be
the first
popular.
episode is going to do well with her. and
because
Ned.
if you look at the views of the rest of it, they're okay.
Yeah, I mean, they go from 1 million to 50K without her. 50K being the highest, 15, 20, 15.
Yeah, but I feel like with the million, then it being like residual. But as you go along, right, then it just keeps dropping.
Right.
Because it's just him. No one wants to hear him.
No, I don't think that's a surprise. Okay, so this is what we got. She's a stakeholder in the podcast. She wanted the podcast to do well. It was her idea for their conversation to be the first episode. All of that makes sense. Now it's just about how uncomfortable the conversation was, what each of them did and did not want in the conversation, and how weird each of them were. Not each of them. How weird he was, I guess. He's the one that cheated. That's just like such an awkward space to be in. Do you think that if he had said, I'm sorry, I'm a try guy, I have to try other women, it would have worked?
No. What? Absolutely not. Absolutely freaking not.
Having that conversation, we did it together rather than on any other platform. We knew it would
Private?
Didn't really need to be on a platform.
draw a lot of attention, and I know that some of you have only seen 15-second clips of me putting my foot in my mouth, but I hope for those that watch the full hour that you took something away from it. You know,
Don't cheat on your wife. That's the only thing you need to take away from it. Don't cheat on your wife. Also, I don't know why I was holding up my finger as a pinky instead of my pointer finger.
There is not a single person I saw on Twitter. Again, Twitter's just where I get all of my news from. There is not a single person I saw on Twitter that watched the whole video that came away with anything positive for Ned. So I hope for you people who saw more than a few clips, you really just got to know the real me. The real me that, you know what, honestly, would never even cheat on her. I know it didn't happen, but I so badly want him in the full video to be like, it's kind of your fault if you think about it. If I cheated on you, it'd be your fault. I don't leave the house. So where am I doing it? Outside? Who makes me go outside?
I am at work.
That's a form of cheating.
It's not.
You leave me every day.
that you see on TikTok is just one small snippet of an hour-long conversation of 3 years of trying to work through this. After Discovery, I started an intensive program of therapy, group therapy, and work to really try to understand.
Hang on, it's been 3 years.
Since he cheated? That sounds right, yeah.
I can't. Shit, it feels like it was like last year. I didn't realize it was already 3 years.
What I had done, why I had done it, and what it meant for my relationship and my life.
I genuinely don't ever believe it's that deep. For you to cheat on your wife does not require you to go to intensive therapy to discover yourself in your mid to late 30s. It's not a mistake. It's not something that like, oops, fell, sorry, happened. You didn't microwave a pomegranate and just went, kind of curious. You sought out people who you had power over, right? There were people that worked on the production. And you felt something that you didn't feel in your marriage. I don't think you need to go to a therapist to have whatever sort of feelings you were feeling validated. You did something and you're gonna not do it again? Is that by therapy or by learning from your mistakes? Also, how much of a mistake is something you do actively while you are at the same time coming home to your wife and children? I just think it's interesting how so many of these situations are immediately followed by, but I went to therapy. I've learned a lot about myself. Who would have thought that it was wrong to do this? Not me. In my vows, I said, I'm the try guy. I gotta try some things. Didn't realize those things were gonna be other women.
Sorry, I did my research.
We just go on a very long rabbit hole ride of trying to find You Can Sit With Us. The podcast of all the Try Guys partners.
This involved a lot of facing rationalizations, denials, minimizations, all of these mental clouds that help you continue behavior that you know is hurtful and you still do it anyways. So it let me face the truth and acknowledge in no uncertain terms that I cheated on my wife with an employee of my business, and it caused her immense pain and shattered our marriage.
Dude, you don't need therapy for that.
That's
You
exactly
know
what I
that-
was about to say. Like, at what point do you need a therapist to explain that?
To tell you that you're a shitty person that did a shitty thing. Like, what?
Does cheating on your partner hurt them? Yes. And you cheated on your partner? Yeah. Do you think it hurt them? I don't know. I haven't been to therapy yet. So probably not. If I cheated on you, would it hurt your feelings?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't move out?
This is my house.
And also caused a lot of pain to a lot of other people.
His wife?
Mm-hmm.
Their children?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
The business.
Yeah, I was going to get there. The employee, I would assume, lost their job.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 people who on screen, not only like your coworkers, but on screen your best friends, who rely on you for their livelihoods, and all the other people who are a part of your production. There are so many people who are going to be hurt if any of this came out. And the issue was that it's a choice. It is a choice to cheat on your partner, especially with someone who you are the boss of. It is a choice to have a wife and to have children and to decide to step out on them. I understand that in a lot of situations, people don't know who it is that they are or what they're going to do until they are in those situations. There is no situation in which you are going to tell me you cheated on your spouse with your employee, in which I'm like, okay, context?
With the employee, there's like, it's just double the legal issues. If it was just like some random person that he cheated with, okay, they need a divorce lawyer, you know, not so much of an issue. But now because you involved the business aspect of it,
And if it was like a random person and he was like, I cheated on my wife, we're getting divorced, and it has nothing to do with like the videos
mm-hmm.
or the Try Guys business itself, they probably could have just
he
kept
could
him.
have stayed. Yeah.
It would have been a little weird. You couldn't be the wife guy anymore. You could be the cheated on your wife guy. Oh my god, now it's a character. Do they do game nights?
I mean, a little.
Whenever they play games, he cheats.
No, I don't know. He was always a little bit of a weird one.
I
I
thought
hate to
the-
say it, but he was probably everybody's like least favorite try guy.
I thought Zach was a weird one when I watched a long time ago.
No, he's just a little nerdy.
Yeah.
Those were my selfish actions and my choices. From there, I sought to understand the patterns of behavior that led to this. I did work with internal family systems and parts work, started in the 12-step program, and continued to understand why I had done what I did, what the underlying issues were, and what it was that I was running from.
Why you cheated? You're horny. Your wife probably wasn't giving you attention because she was taking care of the children.
Yeah. You could do this with absolutely anything. You could take anything you've done, good or bad, step out every little thing that was a part of it, rationalize all of it, and try to just do this thing where you try to make the things you say sound smart by rationalizing them. It doesn't change what it is at the end. It doesn't really teach you anything about yourself. All you're doing is describing yourself, and that means nothing. Trying to understand why I cheated on my wife and why that may hurt her. Okay, step 1. Maybe I feel like I need more attention. Damn, I'm learning something about myself. That you need attention, that's just human nature. Step 2. I don't know how you get to cheating on your partner. I really don't. We could try and get back to you.
And I chose to do that selfish and self-destructive behavior. In terms of my relationship with Ariel, it started as a therapeutic separation, And then from there, I prepared a disclosure document that answered all of her questions and volunteered for a lie detector test to then, in a therapeutic setting, convey that information to her so that we could build something new on the same page of knowing exactly everything that happened.
There are two things here. One, there is a boundary of trust that is never going to be rebuilt, ever. You can absolutely stay with somebody who cheated on you, do it for yourself, do it for them, do it for each other, do it for the children, do it for whatever reason you want. That has nothing to do with me. There is a big level of trust there that's just never going to come back and it won't be the same. Two, if I'm on a lie detector test, what are you asking?
You don't normally lie. You just gaslight.
I'll say something like, we go to this Mexican coffee place and every time we go, she calls it crossing the border.
That's a lie. Right? With you trying to be funny.
She
That's
won't-
what you just wanted to call our podcast name. If we
Yeah,
separate. You can't use that joke twice in one video.
I did, didn't I? That's so funny. I forgot. I don't normally talk to other people when I'm doing this. I stare at a camera.
Yeah. See, as evidence, small little lies for jokes. And that's okay.
Or
Because I know that they're not truthful.
or things that I think are funny, like me saying if I cheated on Lee, she wouldn't move out, and just leaving it there.
Because it is the truth. Max just likes to leave out the context of this is my house.
And this is a well-known therapeutic technique for people trying to recover from betrayal trauma. And speaking of betrayal trauma, that is a phrase that I learned. The idea of betrayal trauma and integrity abuse, and these ways that are, systems and language for understanding the pain and why keeping secrets like that, especially of a sexual nature, can be so damaging to your partnership.
Again, what part of this has to be described to you? And why is it not just something you at your age understand? Oh, no, betraying the trust of my partner might hurt her. Damn. Didn't see that coming.
How old is he?
He looks 37. He's 38.
So if this was 3 years ago, he's 35 at 35.
At 35, if you're cheating on your partner and you don't understand that that's going to hurt them, that's weird, brother. That's like 10 years after your brain's fully developed. You just never figured out empathy.
Took you that long?
I watch way too much like trash TV and reality TV to not know that people are going to cheat whenever they want, at whatever age they are. That's not even the conversation we're having. It's like this, over the last 3 years, I've been told that these things are hurtful. I've learned about betrayal. Like, that's just not a concept to you prior.
So those were things that I learned about and continue to practice on a daily basis when it comes to saying what I mean and doing what I say. And when I make a mistake, immediately correcting it to stay keep my sense of integrity intact.
Yeah, learning how to be a person must be really hard when you just are. I guess that's what it is, right? Just learning how to be a person when you don't necessarily feel those things. There was something I saw on probably Twitter a long time ago where somebody said, without the Bible, how do you know if something is right or wrong? And the replies were mostly, do you not have like a sense of morality? Whether or not you're religious, do you not have a sense of like, oh, this is right, this is wrong, this hurts other people, this doesn't. I don't need the Bible to tell me that I shouldn't push people. I don't need the Bible to tell me that if I spill something on someone and it's a mistake, that it still probably sucks and I should apologize. I don't need to be explained why cheating on my partner might hurt them. I'm an adult and I understand that. I also have a bit of a problem with how inspecific all of this is. It's like anything else that you learn as a child. It doesn't really matter if you can't apply it. I don't care that you now know things are wrong. I don't care that you can now sit down and be like, oh, I need to fix this. I care a lot more about how you're actually going to do any of this in your day-to-day life. What mistakes are you so prepared to do now that you're ready to apologize for right afterwards? You're going to cheat on your next spouse? Because that seems like maybe therapy didn't work.
You move out. You cheat on me.
Oh, then I move back in.
No. You cheat on me, you move out, we don't talk no more.
Ooh, I cheat on you. Get tent on balcony.
With the pumpkin that's outside still.
With pumpkin. I cheat on you with pumpkin.
Ooh.
You catch me.
With the pumpkin?
Throw myself off balcony.
We're on the second floor.
I hobble back up with a broken ankle. You make me take the tent down.
Yeah, I bet you if you like, you'd be fine. You might shatter an ankle.
I've definitely jumped off of things higher than your balcony.
I figured.
Yeah, but I'm also old now.
Yeah, that's why I said you'd probably shatter an ankle.
Yeah. Growing up in California, one of the streets I lived on, everybody had a duplex. So every house was a house on the bottom, a house on top. And so there were stairs, right, leading up to the top floor outside. And so a lot of the time when we didn't have anything else to do, we would climb the stairs up to like random people's houses and then jump off. Nobody ever broke anything, as far as I remember, except one kid who lived 2 doors down to my right. His name was Brian. He hurt his ankle and then he gave me a plastic Beyblade. He was cool. I liked him a lot.
Additionally, I practice empathy and
Additionally, you have to actively practice empathy. You have to plan to practice empathy.
You know those like
You can't just be a normal empathetic person. What?
you know those play sheets quarterbacks have when they don't know like the play calls?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a post of somebody who took one to a bar and he wrote, "Drink beer, leave women alone." So now I'm imagining him like in a situation in which somebody's like, "I'm really sad. My dog just died." And he goes, "Dog died. Say, oh, I'm sorry." "Oh, I'm sorry." Like that's like I get that feelings are hard for some people and that for a lot of us, there are feelings that you kind of have to fake. Empathy cannot be one of them, dude.
I can't believe he said that he has to actively practice empathy.
You think he puts himself in like bad situations just to feel bad? He like walks down to the border. He just sees people being detained and he's like,
Yeah, I get it.
empathy.
Empathy.
He's like, "I can save one of you. Who wants to get married? You just have to deal with me cheating on you."
I practice empathy and listening and boundaries with Ariel. And
Oh, okay.
Not only practicing empathy, practice empathy, listening, and boundaries with Ariel.
Yeah, with his now ex-wife.
I assume so, but who knows now at this point. I don't know. He's been practicing empathy. Maybe they got back together. Or maybe they never fully separated. Who knows?
others, which, you know, is sort of part of what was damaged about my brain. So from there, Ariel prepared an impact letter that described all of the pain that she felt, and I was able to hear that and take it in and sit with it to really understand all of the ways that my betrayal had affected her.
I would be so petty about this if I was her. If you're gonna make me do all of this, publicize our entire situation, I'm gonna be so petty. I'm gonna take a video of one of our kids saying Dad doesn't love us, Dad ruined our family, and you're getting that every day in the morning.
Or the kid's like just questioning, like, where's Dad? Just not being at home anymore.
It gets really weird. One of them's like, Dad doesn't love you because you're white.
They are white.
And what it meant through her point of view. So this was a long process that it took, approximately 2 years, and continues work even to this day at the 3-year mark, even though we decided to separate officially 2 years in. It's something that I'm really proud of.
Wait, hold up. So you're telling me that they stayed together for 2 years? So after this happened, they stayed together for 2 years and then they called it quits after that?
I think there was probably a long period where there's not a conversation about it, where it wasn't defined. And it could have been the whole 2 years. It could have been a year. It could have been a year and a half, where he's saying, or she is saying, one of them is deciding that he needs to go to therapy and then we'll figure it out, right? And so they go to therapy, he goes to therapy, then they go to therapy, and then by the time you get to this isn't working, it's been 2 years.
I'm sorry, I have no. Her tolerance must be much higher. I don't think I could do that for 2 years.
Also, like, she's an adult, she's having her entire life uprooted, she has 2 children to take care of still. As much as she probably does or does not want to get divorced, it is never going to be like the number one thing to do that day. Like, she has kids to feed
Yeah.
and other things to do. She probably doesn't want to waste a day thinking about Ned or doing legal paperwork.
It's something that I'm really proud of. That's really changed my life.
When I was 14, I went to this camp that was a sports camp, right? Like, we had a bunch of like climbing things. Every morning we all got up together and ran. It was a week of just a bunch of people who played sports in high school doing athletic things. The ground that it was on a Christian camp.
Wait, you went to Laura's too?
No, it wasn't that.
Okay.
You were a bowling major or something.
I was. I also went to a sports camp when I was younger, but it was like a religious one too.
She went to a sports camp for people who have asthma.
No, there was normal people there. I just have asthma.
So it was a week of getting up, running, working out, and then ending the day with some sort of obstacle course on a religious camp ground. So 3 of the camp counselors were people who worked at the religious one, and they were just there. They were there to help. One of the ones that I got during this like mousetrap thing we did, he sat us all down and he decided to talk about how the reason he found Jesus was because of his porn addiction. Was because as a teenager and as a young adult, he had a really, really bad porn addiction. And so now he's just really religious. And so Ned, I'm really, really proud of this therapy, this discovery, this breakthrough I've had in life. And I just could not have gotten there if I didn't cheat on my wife.
I'm sorry. Separate note about my sports camp. I took swimming and I didn't know how to swim at that point. My major was bowling and then my minor was roller skating and swimming, and I did not know how to swim at that point.
Yeah, we didn't do like that. We didn't make it nerdy. We just did stuff.
Well, I chose the non-nerdy ones because I chose the most non-athletic ones because I couldn't do at the other one that I went to, my major was cooking. And we just made cakes. That was it.
I understand that if you, a viewer, is watching this for the first time or just sees this 15-second clip on TikTok, you don't understand everything that has led us to this point. And I know that it'll take time. And if
I'll be so frugal. I think we do understand what has led us to this point. He cheated on her. That's all we need to know. I don't think we need further context than that.
If you want to just judge me off of one clip of me talking about society, which...
We are going to judge you for that one clip. Absolutely. Absolutely, we are going to judge you for that one clip.
And, you know, maybe the entire thing. It's not even just like cheating. So many people have, right? It happens. Maybe I'm going to judge a man for doing it while he's married and has kids. But there is never a situation in which somebody cheats on anyone else with one of their employees in which I'm not like, that's weird. That's weird, dude. Like, that's weird. There's a very obvious power dynamic there.
One clip of me talking about society, which obviously was not the best response to that situation.
I actually don't know what clip he's talking about.
You know, you are welcome to do that. I know that people have a choice when it comes to what they watch and what they consume. And if people don't want to continue engaging with me on the internet, then that's a consequence of my actions and something that I have accepted.
Do you think that in the 2 years that he was trying to make his marriage work, is what I'm going to call it, do you think that he was able to go all of those 2 years without sleeping with anyone else And if so, why couldn't he do that when he and his wife maybe were not?
I mean, I think he probably did, but I don't know why he couldn't. There's no good answer for that.
Moving forward, I really believe in the mission of the Rock Bottom podcast to foster conversations with empathy and curiosity. It stems from a lot of that group therapy work, of seeing how much someone sharing how they're addressing the wreckage in their life that they caused.
He's also doing the thing that people do when they run through this course where they're like, I cheated on my partner. I went to therapy. Now that I've gone to therapy, I can therapize people who may be in that situation. In the same way that, oh, I'm an estranged mom, and I need to monetize it online, so let me just act like a therapist. Or, oh, I had a porn addiction, so now let me be a Christian counselor. I understand that having made the mistake puts you in this not unique situation of having the understanding that a lot of us who did not make that mistake don't have. However, you just said yourself, you had to learn empathy. You don't have a general understanding of things. You just have words and you nod your head.
So instead, I'm going to start a podcast on empathy.
What up, guys? Today we're going to teach you how to feel.
With my fellow guests, which are from the internet and various celebrity guests.
This is my ex-wife. And let me just start off by asking, do you feel bad for what you did to me? Do you feel bad for leaving me?
No.
You didn't even move out, dude.
It's our house now.
If we get divorced, it's going to be so awkward. Like, you don't think you're going to see each other in the hallway?
They're overcoming a challenge can really be a catalyst for healing. So if it's affected
You put yourself in that challenge, bro. Like, it's just, I don't know how to feel bad about that.
you so far, I'm grateful for that. And if you are wondering what the show is about, I encourage you to check it out. And so that will be on the Rock Bottom channel. And on this channel, it'll be more entertainment forward, still under the values of curiosity and empathy. I know...
Brother, I think curiosity got you here. I think you were too curious.
What would happen if I cheated on my wife?
That's just another Try Guys joke. Hey guys, it's the Try Guys. Today we're trying cheating on our spouses.
And seeing if we feel anything afterwards.
Keith, like always, is going to try spicy Latina. Eugene is looking for a partner out of Francesca's.
At Francesca's?
Yeah.
Eugene is the gay one.
No, I know.
Why the Francesca's?
Vibes. Zach is standing outside of a theme park looking for somebody to ride the roller coasters with him. Ned watches everybody else run out of the studio, and then he stands up and just starts looking around.
Curiosity and empathy. I know people are saying that it's similar to some of the stuff I did before with BuzzFeed and Try Guys. And that's true. It's the DNA of stuff that I love making, mixing education with entertainment, and developing new show concepts that I'm really excited, but it's not going to be too drastically different than the type.
Hey, so they kicked me off the Try Guys, but now instead I'm going to make the exact same content from that other channel and be the Try Guys too.
Oh, I thought you were going to just drop the S.
The S?
So instead of the Try Guys, he's the Try Guy.
Try Guy. I'm going to make that exact same content, but on this other channel. But far less successful because they kicked me out of the first group.
The Try Guy signs divorce papers. The Try Guy goes on a first date for the first time in 20 years. The Try Guy goes ghost hunting with Keith's big booty Latina friend.
Because that's just who I am and the type of stuff that I like to make. And I sincerely hope that you are connecting with it and resonating with it. And if not, that's okay too, like I said.
Ned, I'm sorry. It might be time to try something else.
You
with
got
your
him.
content. Sorry.
It's a consequence of my actions. So that's the type of community that I'm building here. I'm grateful for you watching this video and listening, and I will see you around. Thanks. Bye.
You will not see us around. Sorry.
He has 300,000 subscribers on this channel. I'm sure his podcast will get a few thousand views each time. He'll be alright. And I'm sure there are plenty of people who either don't care about him cheating or are willing to forgive him on behalf of other people. That's not my business. But the internet, including myself, is going to make fun of you. And I think that's fine. I think that's a consequence of your own actions, and it's one you'll nod your head at. You know who would never cheat on you? Krobus. Because he doesn't have a wiener.
You don't know that.
Look at him.
Okay.
Or is it this? The thing on the top?
No, it's definitely not the thing on the top. He could be a grower, not a shower.
What are the comments like? I've only had one video people watched, and I will reference it to get people to tune back in. I watched the full hour. You took zero accountability. I'm sorry to hear Ariel is a stakeholder in your rock bottom podcast. Brother, genuinely just got a normal job. This is so embarrassing. Okay.
That is true.
I'm 2 minutes in and you're already saying it was just clips on TikTok. You misunderstood me. Pack it up, Ned. Nobody wants you anymore. I watched the whole podcast. I'm judging you off of that. And I am judging.
Rock bottom podcast, but with Ariel, would watch that. But not with him.
I watched the whole podcast, got nothing from it other than Ariel is amazing. She deserves an awesome life. Ned is still an unhealed narcissist. Sounds like it. I practice listening and empathy. CEO of bare minimum. Womp womp. Wah, I'm still a victim somehow. Please give me money. My ex-wife and children depend on it. Maybe time for a real job loser. How is this channel as a whole going? Oh,
He
2
hasn't
weeks ago,
uploaded anything else.
he has 1 million views. 3 weeks ago, he has 1 million views. He'll be fine.
What I've been doing. Yeah, it was only a minute long video.
I didn't even see that.
Blind dating 5 guys plus secret AI.
Well, honestly, this probably got him monetized. Does he have shorts? Yeah.
He's got a whole bunch of shorts.
Yeah. So he was already monetized.
Of course. Wild that his addressing the backlash. Oh, because it was only 22 hours ago. What
Blind
is his
dating.
profile picture? Torma swag on.
Thank y'all for spending time with me. This is my favorite thing to do. This is my favorite person. She poops a lot. All right, get out of here. Goodbye.
Goodbye. That's my outro.